Hey, welcome to a lesson on Lightnin Hopkins. We're going to do Baby Please Don't Go. It's in the key of E. I use a thumb pick. Makes the bass strings a little bit louder so you get an even tone with your treble strings. I'm going to just play a quick cycle through and then let's talk about what notes we're playing, what makes it work. Alright, so we're going to start out, that's your open B, and then the D string, the D note, the third fret on the B string. There's your first two notes. Now you're going to do the same pattern on the high string. Open E, and then the G note, third fret of the high string. So try that. It's all going to be played with your index finger. The whole thing is thumb and index. Thumb and index, where are you? There they are. So now you got that. Now what you're going to do is basically doubling on this note, the E note. But the better way to do it, the way Lightnin does it, is to hit your open and then 5th fret of the B string. That gives you the exact same note, just like you were tuning up your guitar, but this time you slide up to it. So here's the first phrase. Please don't go. All right. Now we're going to add in a little bit of bass here with your thumb. The first bass note is going to come on the second treble note, your D note. There's your second bass. So your thumb is going to be hitting the downbeats. That's how you can keep track of it. Boom, boom, boom. And that's a good lesson, a good source of practice, is to just hit that and get your thumb so that it's automatic. You don't have to think about it. It's just thumping away over there. All right. Now you're going to come down. You're going to go 5th fret of the B string, 3rd fret. Now for the first time you're hitting a note on the G string, and it's the 4th fret. It's a B note. Now you're going to come down to that A note, 2nd fret of the G string. Here's what we got so far. Now you're going to hit a little bit of and the first thing you do is you're going to hit an open, 2nd, and open on the G string. So you got your open G, and now you're going to hit that A note, 2nd fret. You're going to be using your middle finger and pulling off. Now you're going to add 2 more notes to that. You got da da da, and then you're going to go bum bum, and that is 2nd fret of the D string. That's your E note. that's the key we're in, and then coming back up to the open G. So that little phrase is, I like to practice each little phrase until I get it down, stitch them all together. Now the last part, and that is 2nd fret of the D string, your E note, pulling off to your open D and coming back to the E. Now you're going to end it boom with that boom, open E. So let's do the whole thing. Alright, so I realized playing through it, I forgot one, which is the second time through. The first time you got ba, 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 ba. Now after that you're going to end it on this D note. So that time you're starting out on the 3rd fret of the B string and you're just coming real quick up and down. And that's to match the vocal melody. First time, and then the second time, landing back on the D. Now let's talk a little bit quickly about what's happening with the bass. Now we've talked about thumping and keeping that beat, but there's a little bit of a vamp that he does, which is such a cool part of this song, so we've got to talk about it a little bit. And what you have is da da da, a little triplet, and then G, 3rd fret of the E, open A, back to the low E. Now, let's show you a little bit of the next part on another lesson, but I think this is good to get you going. One last tip that I would give you is to do the palm muting, where you're going to use this section of your palm, you're going to put it back here right next to the bridge and just really loosely on there, really lightly, so that instead of having, you have this. Have fun.